Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I want to share a special story about failure, resilience, and growth. In this story, a young man struggling with setbacks meets a wise Zen master who teaches him a profound lesson through the breaking of a beautiful vase. This story will remind us all that our failures are not the end. They are just cracks we can fill with gold, making us stronger and more beautiful in our own journey.
Once upon a time, there was a young man named Hiroshi who sought wisdom and enlightenment. He had heard tales of a Zen master who lived on the outskirts of the village, known for his deep insights and teachings. Determined to find meaning in his life, Hiroshi made his way to the master's temple, nestled in a peaceful forest surrounded by mountains. As Hiroshi approached, he saw the Zen master sitting in meditation, his eyes closed and his expression calm. Hiroshi bowed deeply and said, "Master, I have come to seek guidance. I feel lost. No matter how hard I try, I can't seem to achieve my goals. I keep failing, and the weight of my failures is unbearable." The Zen master slowly opened his eyes, gazing at Hiroshi with a gentle smile. Without saying a word, he stood up and motioned for the young man to follow him. The two walked in silence through the temple until they reached a small, serene room. In the center of the room was a beautiful, ornate vase made of delicate porcelain, sitting on a pedestal. The vase shimmered in the soft light that filtered through the window, and Hiroshi could see the intricate patterns that adorned its surface. The master turned to Hiroshi and said, "Do you see this vase? It has stood here for many years, admired by all who visit. But I want you to do something for me." Hiroshi, eager to please, nodded. "Of course, master. What would you have me do?" The Zen master's eyes softened as he said, "Break it." Hiroshi was taken aback. "But master, this vase is beautiful. It must be very valuable." The master nodded slowly. "Yes, it is beautiful, but I ask you to break it." Hesitantly, Hiroshi picked up the vase and with a heavy heart threw it to the ground. The vase shattered into countless pieces, scattering across the floor. Hiroshi looked at the mess, guilt flooding his heart. "I've destroyed it," he whispered. "It will never be the same again." The Zen master knelt down beside the broken pieces and began carefully picking them up. He placed them on a small table nearby, then motioned for Hiroshi to sit beside him. "Hiroshi," the master began, "many people think that life is like this vase, fragile and beautiful, but once broken, it can never be the same. They believe that failure, like the shattered vase, is final." Hiroshi nodded, still feeling the weight of what he had done. "Isn't that true, master? Once something is broken, it can't be fixed." The master smiled. "That is where most people are mistaken. You see, this vase can indeed be repaired. In Japan, there is an art form known as kintsugi, where broken pottery is mended with lacquer, mixed with powdered gold. The idea is not to hide the cracks, but to highlight them. The repaired object becomes more beautiful for having been broken, for it tells a story of resilience." The master looked deeply into Hiroshi's eyes. Life is not about avoiding failure. It is about embracing it, learning from it, and becoming stronger and more beautiful because of it. Just like this vase can be made whole again with gold, your failures can be the gold that strengthens you. Every crack in your life is a part of your journey, and it is up to you to fill those cracks with wisdom, resilience, and growth. Hiroshi sat in silence, absorbing the master's words. He had spent so long fearing failure, trying to avoid mistakes. But now he understood that failure was not the end. It was simply a part of the path. The master continued, "Each time you fail, It is an opportunity to grow. The world doesn't care about your perfection. It admires your perseverance. The most successful people are not those who have never failed, but those who have learned to rise again and again with even greater determination. Hiroshi looked at the pieces of the vase and imagined them repaired with gold, even more beautiful than before. For the first time in a long while, he felt a sense of peace. The master gently placed his hand on Hiroshi's shoulder and said, "Remember this, you are not defined by your failures, but by how you rise from them. Your life, like this vase, will be filled with cracks, but with the right mindset, you will shine brighter with each repair." Hiroshi bowed deeply to the master, his heart filled with gratitude. He now understood that failure was not something to fear, but something to embrace. It was the gold that would make him stronger and more beautiful in his journey through life. In this story, the Zen master teaches us that failure is not the end. Like the art of kintsugi, we can mend our broken parts with gold and become even more beautiful and resilient. It is our response to failure that defines our true strength. Every crack is an opportunity to grow, and every setback is a chance to rise again, stronger and wiser than before.
Before we wrap up, if you found value in this message, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Share it with someone who might need a little motivation. And of course, hit that subscribe button so you never miss out on more uplifting content.